Okay, so Namaskaram friends. So in this video I am going to talk about leadership. Leadership is a quality which is very much required in today's world because there is a chaos in the whole world and we have to solve this chaos as quickly as possible. So leadership play a significant role in any arena, not in a particular area but in any arena, be it political, be it economic, be it cultural, be it religious, be it spiritual, be it in education, be it in health. That means leadership required in each and every area so that area function in a proper way. We have 8 billion people, so it is not a good idea or policy that we make all people a leader. No, we have to choose area where there is a problem and also choose area where there is no problem but we want to enhance it, we want to reach its ultimate. So we have to provide leadership in that area. Let's say there is a problem in health, so we have to provide good leadership in terms of health so that they can solve problems related to health on regional or national, on global level. Okay, and also solve a problem as quickly as possible, not, and that means in a given time bound manner, because when leadership crisis occur, many problems are occur automatically and we are not able to solve them very effectively. So in terms of, let's say, an area where there is no problem, or you can say no problem in the sense, let's say in health there is no problem, all people are fit, so we have to employ those people in area that means reach the ultimate in health. If they reach the ultimate in health, then we send them into the world to solve the problem of other humanity. Okay, because this is very much required. Because we are a life form, so we are connected with each and life form in a very sophisticated manner. If we do this in a given time, that means what amount of time given by the creator to us, then we solve problem very effectively, very quickly, and it requires consciousness. Okay, it required consciousness, to attain the consciousness you have to become meditative, you have to become yogic, you have to become spiritual. These are not a religious or philosophical ideology, it is an idea about your life. When you live a good life on this planet, so you enhance your life as well as life other human being, because life is so much connected that you do not do it alone. Everywhere life is play in synchronicity with each other, be it in plants, be it in animals, be it on microbes. That means from smallest creature to largest creature, from inanimate to animate, from nothing to everything. That means each and everyone play a significant role in this creation to live a good life or whatever purpose they want to achieve in their life. Okay, so as per my understanding, the main purpose of every life form, every animate or inanimate object is to reach its full potential and then do what is required in the world and then attain the liberation. But less than 1% or less than 0.0001% people do these things in their life, because they do not aware, even at their deathbed they do not aware about what they do in their life, or they conscious or not. Do not set any purpose, any aim, any goal, but look at within your inner well-being, look at within your surroundings, that what is required. Is everyone live in a good state? If not, then solve problem from very basic to its core. Let's say if I talk about the problem of female, so on the basis of gender we divide humanity into two parts, male and female, and then since male parts, as we go in history, there are a war going on and there is a property in masculine that they are good in power, so they misuse that power and use their power on women, and they destroy feminine, not female, but they destroy the feminine, the core of the humanity. Okay, because masculine and feminine is the property which is present in every male and female, but feminine, many people, not only male, also female, destroy the feminine in terms of their work culture, in terms of their tradition, in terms of their habit. They destroy it because they take an idea of feminine from the west, or you can say not from the west, from anywhere on planet earth, and they apply in their knowledge. It is not a good way through which you can solve the problem. If you want to really solve the problem of feminine, you have to be look what it actually is. That means for to solving any problem you have to reach to the core of your knowing. That means if you know yourself, then you attain anything. See, I am a female, so if I want to know masculine and feminine are present within me. I do not to look outside. If I look inward, I know everything about masculine, about feminine, because everyone is present within you. You are a microcosmos of this whole microcosmos. So whatever you want to know, you know by using your own mechanism, and whatever you do in your life is just using your mechanism, either physical or the mental energy, emotion, or blissfulness, or your mind, or your energy system, or your chakra. That means when you use your machine in a good way, you are able to solve any problem. Other problem which you are not capable of is not a problem, but whatever capacity is given to your machine or to your body, you have to utilize it to its fullest. Okay, and this is not a small thing. You are the most sophisticated machine on this planet Earth. If you want to solve problem, if you want to gain knowledge, you are capable of it. You are capable of it, because this is a door, this is a key to open the door of the creation. Okay, people adopt various methods. They spend their lifetime, they spend their whole money, they spend their whole time, they spend whatever resources they have to find the core of the creation. That means two basic questions: who is the creator and what is the creation? But there are many methods, and the quickest methods through which you can attain this is through meditation. Because when you meditate, your inner dimension is directly in connection with the core of the creation. Okay, there is no other method through which you can do it. If there is, it is not so fruitful, because you are a unique species on this planet, and you have given a unique capability to experience the creation in your own inner dimension. Okay, every human being experience the creation in their own inner dimension, and when we share experiences, and when we share our thought, our emotion, this is our inner dimension. This is our inner dimension through which we solve problems. No other, or you can say no other method is so sophisticated, so you can say right, or so directly tell you that if you want to know the core of the creation, become meditative. You learn about, or you hear about, or you saw videos about the many great beings who attain, or people who worship in every culture, be it Muhammad, be it Buddha, be it Mahavira, be it Jesus, be it Krishna, be it Rama, be it Shiva, be it Lakshmi, be it Saraswati, be it Kali. Whatever great being who are worshipped on this planet Earth are a being who touch their ultimate, or you can say who understand the core of the creation. And people, when they see him, they talk to him, they understand that he is the creator. You are creator also. You are a creator also. If you become conscious, if you become aware of it, you understand that you are the creator of the whole creation. Okay, and you can do whatever you want. You are a kalpavriksha. Kalpavriksha is a tree in Indian mythology, where whatever you ask to that kalpavriksha, they produce you as quickly as possible. So you are capable of that. That means whatever time, whatever money, whatever energy, whatever resources given to you, utilize it to its fullest potential and solve problem, whatever problem comes in your way. There are many challenges, but take challenges as a path, or as an obstacle to reach your ultimate, and reduce this obstacle from your path. Okay, so this is it. This is a small lecture on your life, and if I open its dimension, it can go beyond as many area as possible. Okay, let's say if just I'm talk about, let's say I took in this video 3 dimensions: life, birth, and death. Okay, see, in physical dimension, everyone is first created, then preserved, and then destroyed. Our life also work on this pattern, also work on this philosophy or idea. That means birth happen, let's say talk about humanity, birth happen, then live some amount of time, then dead. In terms of early physical dimension, I talk about humanity because I experience it, because I am a human being. In this life, I occupy this body and mind in terms of humanity. Maybe in next life or previous life, this life have a different machine, that means different physical dimension, but in this life, so if take an example of humanity, on daily basis, on each and every second, millions of people are take birth, okay, millions of people are die, okay, and millions of people, billions of people live on this planet Earth, okay. Currently the population of Earth is 8 billion. That means in next second few millions of people are died and few millions of people are born, and this number is changing on each and every moment, because each and every moment life happen, birth happen and death happen, okay. So there is no calculator, there is no machine which take record of each and every moment. So we build machine which take record of an every minute or second, on hour or day or month or fortnight or year or 10 years, 50 years, 100 years, that amount of time. But each and every moment things are happening, birth happening, life happening, death happening, and we are not aware of it. Most of the people not aware of it, okay. If you aware it, you understand that each and every moment, past, present, future happen, birth, life, death happen, things, infinite amount of things happen in different part of the creation, okay. If you want to download the whole data, there is no machine, there is no method through which you can download the each and every data. If you become meditative, you are able to download the all data. But the time when you become meditative, every moment, or you can say all the time, you are not become meditative. For some time you have to open your eyes to do some physical action, but if you go beyond your physical action and become meditative as much time as possible, then you are able to solve all the problems, or you can do most of the problem as quickly as possible. In Indian mythology we term Shiva, that means that which is not, that god is worshipped because he are meditative most of their time of their life, okay. And sometimes they play a role in the creation or in the physical dimension, but most of the time he is meditative, and people worship because through meditation only, as per my knowledge and as you experiment with your life, through meditation only you are able to solve most of the problem. No other method is there on this planet through which you are able to solve problem as quickly as possible, okay. So meditation is a tool through which you can solve any problem. I do not say that become meditative. It depends on your work culture. That means what work you perform in the work. So let's say if do not meditative doesn't mean close your eyes and sit on any place and just do not do anything. No, whatever you do, if you do not have time to close your eye, whatever you do, become conscious of that moment. It is also a type of meditation. Let's say you study, focus as much as on that, so that it reveals the core of the creation. If you cook, focus on each and every activity what you perform. If you are, let's say if you do any activity, if you make anything, you are a sculptor, if you are a, let's say, chef, if you are a homemaker, whatever do, just do it consciously. Even if you do not do, then live that moment consciously. Meditation does not need sit on a place and do not do anything. No, meditation is, that means do as much thing as possible and aware in each and every moment. Even in your sleep you are aware of it, okay. That means you are alive, you have a limited amount of time, and you have not waste your time like in not aware about the moment, or do silly things or things which are not much needed for this creation, okay. So this is a dimension of humanity, that means birth, life and death, okay. So let's say I first talk about birth. That means we know that if we go to the core of the birth, that means from where this thing happen, that means automatically a life form produced from the mating of a human, male and female, and that life form, after as time passes, they become grow, they become a child, they become young, and then become old and then die. That means we have to understand the core of the birth. That means one egg and one sperm form a life. That means the energy in the sperm and the egg cell is so that they are capable of producing a life. Okay, so you have to there are many problem on birth. That means at time of birth females male are not healthy. That means if you two unhealthy people mate, then an unhealthy baby is born. So it is the responsibility of each and every human being in whichever age group they are, first take charge of their life, become physically, mentally, energy, emotional and bliss wise healthy, because when two people met it produce a life. So it is important that two people are in a good condition. I am talking about the people of age group of 25 to 35. So if that age group of people are physically and mentally healthy, if now, then if in today's time number of people are not healthy, they destroy their life like a hell. That means they do not take care of their health, they do not take care of their mental health, their energy level, their emotional level. They do silly things. Either they know and do not do this, or either they do not know. If they do not know, we have to provide them mechanism so that they know and apply it. And people who know it and do not do it, we give them punishment, so that because it is a, you can say, curse for the humanity. If not good population is go forward in the future, then future generation is also destroyed. So at the same time, through birth only we have to solve the problem of the past, present and future. That means if good life take birth, it solve the problem of many humanity. So we have to aware people, so that as many people as take charge of their life and solve their problems, so that it is not beneficial for the present generation, but it is beneficial for the future generation also. So in these terms we have to aware the people of the age group of 25 to 35. That means we make policy for them. That means good food, good health, good shelter, good types of job, good types of work culture, good types of knowledge, good types of, you can say, mechanism give to them, so that they produce a good child. Okay, and when the child is born, we provide them different mechanism in their whole life, so that they live a good life on this planet from 1 to 100. If I talk about 100 years life of a human being, so they live all these 100 years wonderfully and do what is required in the world and open their dimension of mind and help the humanity. Even if you know, then you also have to spread that knowledge. Otherwise it benefit only one group of people, or only you, not others people. But you know that in the world people are famous not because they know or not become they scholar, but because whatever they know they spread in as many area as possible, in as many region as possible, and make aware each and every human being in every arena, in terms of knowledge, in terms of power, money, wealth, trade, culture, whatever it is, in terms of dance, music, architecture, literature, whatever it is, in any area. So we also have to make policy when a child born, then we make policy in terms of health, their education, and also give them a freedom to choose their life. If they go on a wrong path, we show them a right path. Then here the role of guru come. Okay, and also show them different methods or different ideas through which they conduct their life in a full form, in a good form. So in this manner, in terms of life, there are many philosophy, many teaching. I heard about, let's say, life of let's say Ramayana, in life of Rama, in life of Krishna, life of Shiva. So these show us a path how to conduct your life. That means what is a time in which you gain education, what is a time when you plan family planning or not, and then gain knowledge, and then go tirth yatra and spread this knowledge. That means there are many stages in your life, on which stage if you conduct your life very well, then you live other afterwards life in a good form. Okay, let's say 0 to 21 years is a age where your energy is at its fullest. 21 to 42 years is age where your energy is a little bit down. 42 to 63 your energy is much down, and then in 64 to 63 to 84 lots of energy are down. So you have to conduct activity which require lots of energy in till your birth to 21 years, then activity which require less energy than that in 21 to 42 42 years, and then require which less than that from 42 to 63, and then which require very less energy in 63 to 84. So we have to make program policy in this manner that we have our core area concentrated on humanity, okay, because we are in this, we experience everything in this machine, through this machine only. So we have to understand it, gain knowledge from our past, apply in present, and aware our future generations that they are also capable of living a good life on this planet, okay. Or in terms of death only, in terms of death also, we have to a very, you can say, we have to die in a grace. That means when we die, we do not have a let's say guilt that we do not live a good life planet Earth. No, when you born, it is not your responsibility, but when you die, it is your responsibility. When you live, it is your responsibility. Birth is not in your hand, but life and death is completely in your hand, okay. So people who are not yet born, people who exist on this planet Earth, make policy program for the future child, and also when child is born, give them knowledge to how to conduct life, and then that people take charge of their life and their death, because nowadays death are happening in a cruel way. That means they do not aware of what is their life and they die. That means without opening a crucial or important dimension in their life, they die. Most of the people, more than 99.9% people die in this manner. So we have to work on life, birth and death. That means good birth, good life and good death. If we solve only these three problems, or you can say these three problems are the core of all the problems. So if we solve all these three problems, every other problems are solved automatically, okay. So we have to work on life, we have to work on birth, and we have to work on death, okay. So all other matters related to it automatically solved. You cannot focus on any area, you cannot focus on every area, because your time is limited. So focus on the core area, so that if you solve that, then automatically all other problems are solved. Because a solution, if you find the answer of every solution, it go to the, you can say, classical problem is what is the creation and who is the creator. And if you solve the problem of creator and creation, and if I take much smaller than creation only, take two terms, take only one term, creation, and the source of creation. Source of creation is creator. So if you understand the creation, if you understand the source of the creation, then we are able to solve any problem, because we are also a part of it, okay. So the core solution of every problem is understand the creation. If you understand it, all other problems are solved, okay. So in single term, creation, and infinite terms, you can give infinite name to anything. From a single particle to the cosmos, everything is a creation. From an atom to the cosmos, everything is a creator's creation, okay. So either whatever you choose, either nothing or everything is the creator, either zero or infinite is the creator, either black and white is the creator. There is no division, there is no division, there is no disparity, there is no discrimination in creator's creation. Only people made it, and if it is wrong, so we have to solve it, we have to resolve it. So I hope you enjoy this lecture, understand this lecture. So namaskaram, thank you.